one of the biggest issues with a lot of Christians is that they're too focused on the super and they completely neglect the natural. You want God to do amazing things in your life. You want God to create these big moments that people can look at and say, wow, God is really all powerful. You want God to do all these miracles in your life. You want God to stand out in a way that only He can. That's all fine. That's amazing. But when are you going to start doing the natural in your life? Are you just going to sit at home praying every single day, fasting for God to give you a job? Or are you actively going to step out and learn a skill so that you can actually afford yourself that opportunity to get that job? You just want God's favor over your life in terms of finding a spouse to marry, but yet you have not aligned yourself with how a godly wife or godly husband should be. You are so focused on wanting God to use you for ministry work, but you don't eat healthy and you don't work out, so your body cannot be able to sustain the blessing that God wants to call you into. It's not just about God performing these things in our life, it's about you also. What are you doing to contribute towards that goal? What are you doing to contribute towards that blessing? Yes, God does work miracles. Most miracles does not require much from us, but there are some miracles where you play a hand in it. Hello? You want God to help you to reach people across different countries, but yet you don't know how to use social media. Yet you don't want to learn how to use AI towards God's advantage. Yet you don't want to learn how to learn a new skill. You don't want to learn communication skills. Don't just be like Moses and be complaining. Moses was blessed because God gave him Aaron. God is like, I want to use you, but since you are not capable of doing what I'm calling you to do, I'm going to send somebody to help you. But some of us are not going to be that privileged. God is not going to send somebody to help you with your walk. You're going to have to do it. What's going to happen now if you can't do it? God's going to leave you and He's going to go to the next person. You're going to be like a Saul. God is going to go find a David. Do you want that for yourself? The point is, do the natural. Get healthy. Read more books. When was the last time you picked up a book? When was the last time you learned about what's happening around you? Educate yourself. Strive for excellence in the natural. Don't just be a prayer warrior. Don't become so obsessed with the supernatural that you forget about the natural world that we live in. The natural world is where God performs His miracles. Yes, the power stems from the supernatural, but the power can also be perfected in the natural. That's why we have witches and warlocks who do rituals in the natural to strengthen the supernatural. The same way you as a Christian, you can walk in obedience and faith and saying, God, I am working towards this because I know that you are capable of doing X, Y, and Z in my life. If you are just going to lay in your bed every day, not try to perfect anything, but then expect God to just come and just take your life to the next level, then you are in for a surprise.